Alright, let's see how this goes this time. So, my name is Eric Weiss. I'm the games editor at dorkshelf.com, and I am making my third foray into Bloodborne. The first two have not gone terribly well, but I guess that's why we learn. So I actually spent a good deal of time a couple of days ago talking about this game with John Remedios, the developer of SSMP, the Shoot Shoot Mega Pack, on our podcast, which we published today. He's very excited for me to play this game, mostly to see me fail at it, I think. But it's been about a week since I last streamed this, and I've played the game a little bit and gotten nowhere, so I'm basically still at the same boss that I was stuck on this time last week. But I did buy a new weapon, which apparently I didn't need. I understand the game a little bit better, and I've become increasingly frustrated with the UI. So I don't know if maybe I've learned something, if maybe I'm a better player now than I was, or I understand the game a little bit better maybe, and just how punishing it is. But it's a learning process, I guess. So apparently this is normal from what I've been told. But I've basically just been doing this same sequence for about my last 2 to 3 hours of gameplay in the build up to the boss fight at the end of it. So it's the same boss fight, the same father, I can't pronounce his last name, boss fight. And I've died, for example, against these two ogres more times than I'd care to admit. I spent a whole bunch of time leveling up, and I didn't really broadcast that because I didn't think it would be very interesting to watch me run through the same dozen enemies over and over and over again. So hopefully I've gotten a little bit better, and I've learned a little bit more about how all of these systems work. So, we'll see. One thing that I have gotten a little bit more used to since the last I played this, like for example, this elevator I discovered is new, or not new, but I found it for the first time. And I really do like the way how the levels fold in upon themselves. So there are shortcuts, it seems, to pretty much everywhere I want to go, which is really useful for getting directly to a boss, but it is less useful if you're trying to level up, I guess. So there's a lot of, I have been doing a lot of backtracking, but and that didn't go quite as well as I was hoping. That definitely didn't go as well as I was hoping. That's a really bad start. That was a hell of a start. Just when you think you know this game, you fall off a cliff and die. Kind of love to know why that fall hurt me way more than it hurt him. But, I don't know, I guess that's just how this game goes sometimes. So, moral of the story, I'm really bad at Bloodborne. But we'll see. Hopefully I can make it past where I was last week. Maybe I'll be better with people watching, even though there's currently nobody watching, because that's just how it goes sometimes. But honestly, there are just times it almost feels like I'm running out of things to say about this game, or at least in the early goings. Like, I'd really like to make some progress, and I guess that's part of the frustration, and that is what I've really been struggling with, just as a player. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't know I could do. So, for example, I don't particularly like this new weapon, but I'm using it right now because my old weapon is kind of a wreck at the moment. and I leveled up for a whole. I spent a whole bunch of time leveling up this weapon, or leveling up to buy enough blood echoes to buy this weapon, and then only to discover that I could have actually repaired the weapon that I had before. And I guess I might have known that had I spent more time just looking around the Hunter's Dream when I first started playing, but it was also the sort of thing that I guess I just would have liked to be told. I mean, this game has weapon degradation, and I guess I started thinking like in almost in horror terms, or in horror games, where it's a lot of times you just mean to have to pick up a new weapon. Something like The Last of Us, where once a weapon is broken, it's broken and it's gone. Clearly this game doesn't do that. So it's taken a lot of getting used to, and I guess I know that that's in some ways what makes these games so popular and so beloved, but I do find in some ways that it's not necessarily great design. Like, it's just needlessly obtuse. And it's one thing to have systems that are difficult to learn, but that's not always what's happening here. Like, in some cases, like, I spent all that time getting more blood echoes to buy a new weapon, and then spend even more time leveling up my character so I could equip that weapon, only to discover that the weapon dealt less damage than the one I was doing before, than the weapon I had before, and also that I didn't need to do any of that had I just bothered to repair my weapon. So it was basically like 2 or 3 hours where I was doing stuff to level to try and get better, only for it to basically all just be a meaningless exercise, which really isn't all that much fun. And apparently my blood echoes aren't even down here, so that was even more of a waste of time. Oh, but they've got these things. And I just don't care right now. I'm gonna go take an ill-advised stab at this same boss that I have been struggling with for more than I would care, for more time than I would care to admit. So we will see how this goes once I actually get there. Oh boy. Because quite frankly, I would love to move on to another part of the game, but I just have a bad feeling that it's still not going to happen. Alright. I have gotten a little bit more used to ignoring enemies that I can ignore, like those guys, so I'm just gonna dive in and hope for the best, which is pretty much going to be pain. Yep, we're off to a great start. I do know a little bit more about this particular boss. Like, I feel like I understand his attack patterns a little better. I've learned that you can interrupt him with the pistol, or whatever my gun is called. It just feels like the window you have to interrupt him is just so damn small that it gets very frustrating. And that blunderbuss deals a ton of damage. And you can't seem to interrupt that either, so... Father, I really should learn this guy's name. But I apparently can't be bothered. I'm just gonna call him Father G, or maybe I'll call him Papa G, who knows. Damn it. Still not going great, but I'm not dead yet. The sad thing is that feels like one of my better runs, which means I'm probably gonna die soon now that I said that out loud. Alright. That seems like a really solid place to attack. When he does the drag and then the jump, he seems like he really stops for a moment there. And, yeah, I was right about that, but I got too close. As always seems to be the case. Maybe I gotta wait one more attack. It's just so hard to get those hits in. Well, got the first part down. And this is where I start getting into trouble. The bigger problem is like I can stun him for a long. I can stun him even if I hit him though. Like it's such a surprise when it actually connects that I feel like I miss my window to hit it, which is its own kind of frustrating. Alright. This is actually one of the better runs I've had. And now I lost my focus on. There we go. But I've still gone through half of my blood vials, and he's barely half dead. And I'm still just getting pinned down in so many different places, which I find annoying. And his power attacks are still quicker than my regular attack, which feels just great. Let's see if I can get... And I'm almost out of bullets, so clearly I'm doing well on that front. Almost out of bullets and almost dead. Let's make this last one count, I guess. So this is something else. This is something that I learned. This is something that I learned about. Well, it didn't work there. So, yeah, I'm dead again. But I know at the end of the last session I found this little girl who told me that her parents were out hunting and that she found this, that she had this music box. And so she gave me the music box and she said that her father will certainly react if you use it. And I did not figure this out on my own. I admit that I've been looking at some stuff online and on Twitter and asking for help in some places, and it turns out that, yeah, that music box, the one that she gave you, the one that makes her father react, really sets off that boss that I was just fighting. Which basically means that after agreeing to help this girl look for her mother, I immediately go out and try to kill her father. And I don't really have a point there. Like, I don't think I'm telling you, like, I don't think that's news to anybody, but I just find that incredibly fucked up in some ways. Also interesting as well, but it's like, well, compared to like a lot of this stuff, like that's what really makes this game seem just unusually dark. That the people you're helping, whether or not I'm helping them is very dubious at this point. At the very least, yeah, I'm about to go and murder her paternal figure, which admittedly I have failed at doing every time I have tried so far. But one of these times I might actually pull it off. Or, you know, maybe I'll just die here again like I do every other time. Because that seems to be the way I roll. Losing to ogres in painful and sometimes embarrassing fashion. Yeah, it's like now I'm at the point where I'm not even sure that I am ready to go fight that boss again, because I clearly don't have enough bullets, and I probably don't have enough blood vials. Which, yeah, this is the part that I find just incredibly frustrating. Where I would like to just go back in and fight the boss again and try to use the experience that I've gained, which is, you know, some. But I feel like I just have to grind to get back to that point. And to be honest, that is really not a thing that I missed about old video games. I kind of like checkpoints, and it's like this game, the distance between like where I'm starting and where the boss isn't too bad, but just having to recollect all the items and do all the prep work for the boss over and over again, and it doesn't feel like it's making me any better at the game, because I'm basically just... Sorry, it doesn't make me feel like it's making me better at the game, because I'm just fighting the same things that I've been fighting over and over and over again. If I'm not... The thing that I'm having trouble with is the boss, but the stuff I have to keep repeating is everything up to the boss, and that is a whole lot less enjoyable. So maybe... Yeah, let's... Oh, I can't... I guess I'll try this. Yeah, this is a thing that I didn't know I could do before, is repairing weapons. And maybe fortifying them? So yeah, I can fortify these weapons as well, which sounds great. Let's try fortifying this axe. Oh, apparently I need more blood echoes. So I need 240 blood echoes. I have 117. That seems like a thing I should do, and it's also a little bit frustrating. I was trying to repair that stupid... I was trying to use the bloodstones I've collected just in the inventory screen, trying to figure out, it says, you know, use this to upgrade a weapon, and so I was trying to click on them to upgrade a weapon, and nothing. And no guide, no... Not even just like a screen that says you must do this at... You must do this at the workshop, which at least would have clued me in that maybe I should be looking for a workshop. And yeah, that's just incredibly rewarding and incredibly satisfying. Or none of those things. But I digress. I guess let's go get... Let's go get a few more bullets, a few more blood echoes, and a few more blood vials, and then maybe I'll be ready to go take on Papa G again. which I am clearly not quite ready to do at the moment. I actually don't mind this weapon that I'm using, but it doesn't quite have as much reach, and that seems like it's pretty important in this game. Just the ability to not be to not be always in danger, which and I walked right into that. Just that being constantly in danger is not terribly fun. This weapon is slow and clunky and heavy, and it feels like I've got to time it a little bit too closely to really get neat. To have this be my primary weapon is just asking for trouble. And okay, that's enough. I'm gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream. And with any luck, God, with any luck, then maybe, just maybe, I can actually beat this boss and move on to something new for the first time in way too long. But yeah, this game is unforgiving. In ways, I guess it'd be wrong to say that I didn't expect it, because pretty much everybody warned me that this would be the case, but yes, fortify this weapon. So I guess I could fortify it again with one more, but for now I'm just going to swap this out for my Hunter's Axe. Ooh, +1. I'll say this much, I do like the old school Dungeons and Dragons approach to nomenclature. It's not a just Hunter's Axe +1 has a certain simplicity to it. I appreciate that. But now I need to go get some more bullets, some more blood, and one more try. I don't know, I may not keep the stream going for much longer if A, nobody's watching, and B, I'm still fighting the same boss. But I think I'm learning something about this game. I certainly have a better like every time I play, I have a little bit better understanding of just where stuff is, which I like. Yeah, see, I like this weapon. This weapon has much more damage on that attack. That was something else that I found frustrating. It's when I had the Kirk hand. Oh yeah, this thing is dealing a lot more damage than it was before. I greatly appreciate this. It's down to like 3 hits instead of just 4, or 2 instead of 3. So, yep, this is an improvement, and I've got this great giant long axe again, which I like. So let's see if I've learned anything. And I've died here a few times at this point, because I really, you'd think I'd learn which side of the banister I need to stay on, but nope, no such thing. I still keep making the same mistakes. But no, this, I have a bigger axe, and you know what? I actually like this axe a lot, so yeah, that would have been great to know like 3 hours ago, that I could repair this axe and that I had to upgrade that axe there, because this is what I spent, 3 hours trying to level up to do, is do some more damage, and tried boosting my stats and got a better weapon, but the better weapon did less damage than the one I had, and that just seems incredibly strange to me. And if you're thinking that maybe I'm just an idiot, which is not an unreasonable thing to think, this is like my first time playing any of the From Software games or any of the Souls games, so it's certainly been a learning curve for me. But it is fun. Like, I died a couple times on this bridge because I just wasn't being careful, although I really liked this little trick where I don't actually have to kill any of these things. Knowing that they stop right at the top of the stairs there, and that eventually that giant bowling ball is going to come down the bridge and kill all of them for me. So I do enjoy learning little two of them somehow survived this time, so that's, I guess, a little bit less amusing. But 2 is a lot more manageable than 7 or however many are right here. So, alright. Would probably ideally like to have a few more bullets, but I guess that's not in the cards right now. And I was wasting the ones I did have anyway, so really I'm not sure what good those would do me. Let's see if dealing just a little bit more... Ah, damn it. Let's see if doing a little bit more damage helps me at all. Alright. Got all my blood. Let's go fight the Good Father in the church graveyard. On the other side of this nightmare fog. I would really just love to have a second, or even just a full second, to figure out where he's before he shoots me that first time. But, you know, I guess that's just not the kind of game it is. And the worst part is when I know that I should dodge and I just don't. I'm like, no, I can get one more hit in, and I can, like, I keep thinking I can get one more hit in, like you can in every other game, but this game is clearly not every other game. On the other hand, it seems like I'm dealing a lot more damage with fewer hits, and taking a lot more damage on those hits I just did take. I just... Even when you dodge, it sometimes just feels impossible to get out of the way. I should probably try and find my blood echoes while I'm here, too. Not that it really makes a difference for the stage of the game I'm at, it seems. Made it past stage 1. Again. And I'm still wasting bullets. Oh, there they are. Maybe I shouldn't have risked taking those just there, but, well, managed. And I'm back in a corner. Yeah, it does seem like this weapon is dealing considerably more damage than the one I just had. Which I appreciate, considering I have at least made it past the first 2 stages before. Alright. And use the music box. And maybe I should have backed away there. Man, it just feels like there's no time to back up. Like, once he hits you, I just wish I had a split second to heal. On the other hand, maybe I can do this, because this weapon clearly made those first two portions go a lot faster. So, yay, it turns out that upgrading your weapons in this game is a really good thing to do. Which is useful to know. Again, would have been more useful 3 hours earlier, or however long I've been playing this damn game. This damn same stretch of street. But such is life. I am going, I guess, to have to suffer for my progress. While wildly swinging at air. And killing this one poor chap in a wheelchair over and over and over again because he always has 4 Quicksilver bullets. Alright. Time for these ogres again. These ogres that have killed me more times than I care to admit. Pretty much every time I get caught on the wrong side there. And I like that this power attack is so much quicker than the last one I had. Like, that hammer was quicker in sword form, but it was slow when you tried to get any kind of range. Whereas this thing is much... that overhead strike I like a lot. And I'll back up and move on. Fully charged up on blood vials. Almost charged up on Quicksilver bullets, I guess, but those... I guess I don't really need 20. We'll see. I wish I had something pithy to say about this damn elevator, but quite frankly, I'm sick of watching me play this game at this point, so... I would apologize, but clearly there's nobody to apologize to. Which is thrilling. It's a very isolating feeling, really. I feel like I should just like start talking about some sort of weird existential drama, or like try and confess something to see if anybody's paying attention, or if anybody would pay attention if like if this goes up on YouTube later. Just start getting weird, because that's kind of what this is. I'm sitting here talking to myself while playing a video game, so why not just, you know, start finding weird things to say while doing it. Seems like it's somewhat in keeping with the spirit of this. Alright. Couple of more enemies. Take out this ogre again. This ogre that I'm getting patently sick of killing. But it must be done. And yeah, you really should have kept that shield up, dude. Sorry. But that's how it goes. Let's see if I can go use this music box to brutally murder the poor girl's father. I actually managed to get out of the way that time. Not that it really is going to make a difference. And I know that second swing is coming, and I still just walked right into it. Every damn time. guess I'll see if I can go find my blood echoes. Seems like a thing I should do. Even there, that second hit, I'm trying to dodge, but it's just not. Yep, this one's off to a much worse start. Much worse. And I'm not learning any of the lessons that I should be. Even remotely. Like, I've already gone through as many blood vials as I did pretty much the entire last fight. Oh god, I suck at this game. Maybe I should have played some Dark Souls and Demon Souls for practice instead of just starting right with Bloodborne. I'm stuck in a bad spot. I like this axe. It seems to have does a much better job of interrupting compared to the sword that I had. So, I'm trying to. It's getting intense. I feel like I actually have a chance to beat him now, which is more than I can say for the past few times I've tried. And I really gotta. Oh man, that was bad. This is bad. Oh, it's so easy to get stuck in a corner, too. Alright, healed up again. Barely. Let's see if I can get to phase 3 one more time. There's just no time to heal. And that music box only seems to work once. And I would love to be able to... Okay. Holy shit, I did it. Oh. I'm gonna breathe just for a minute. I did not think that was a thing that was going to happen. And I'm not entirely sure how I just did that, because honestly, I'm not entirely sure why the attacks you just hit me with didn't kill me as quickly as the ones before, but okay. I'm gonna go spend all of these blood echoes while I have the chance, and then I'm gonna go see some new stuff, which is exciting because I haven't done that in about 3 hours. Let's see what there is to this game besides just that one boss. Alright, what have we got?
Home, good hunter.
What have we got?
What? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close.
Let's see. This seems like... So I was told that I need to...
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth.
Let's see. I was told something about these stats, but... Oh. Okay, here we go. The scaling attribute bonus. So the hunter, it looks like I want skill and strength. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what D or E means. Let's see if I can figure that out. Boy. No, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, I can buy. Let's see. Well, there's a whole bunch of weapons I could buy now. I don't think I'm going to, because I really like this axe. So I think I'm just going to keep buying this thing over and over again, or upgrading this thing over and over again. But I don't... I would like to know more details about the attribute bonus. Which... I can't even scroll over. And I'm only vaguely aware of what it means, so I'm gonna ignore it. Thrilling.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it? Very well, let me stand.
So... let's upgrade my skill a little bit, because I haven't done that yet, and I probably should. I don't seem to be using Blood Tinge a whole lot at all. Can I... No, I can't. Oh, I've only got 1,000 left, so it looks like I'm done here.
Farewell, good hunter.
And let's go to the Tomb of Odeon. Who sounds like he just got kicked out of... Who sounds like he got like the rejected version of... Or the parody knockoff version, second-rate version of the Norse Pantheon. Alright. New stuff, I think. Something I haven't seen before. This is kind of exciting. Sort of. If there's anything around here that I missed. Actually, maybe I should go... I'm gonna go talk to the girl who gave me the music box, because I think I just killed her father. And I don't know if she has any thoughts about that, because it feels like that's kind of a cold and cruel thing to do. If I can get back there safely, which I probably can't. Fuck it, I'll do it later. Maybe much later. I've been told that there are all kinds of like weapons and stuff I can find, but this world seems like it's just massive to walk around and explore, so yeah, I'll worry about that some other time. I'm going to open this gate, and let's see. They really should invest in smaller gates right now. And this feels like progress. I'm still borderline amazed that I beat that boss. Like, I'm not sure how it happened. I'm not sure if I got better at the game, which is the weird thing about it. It's like the first boss on the bridge, I really felt like I understood fighting the boss better, and it feels like weirdly anticlimactic beating Papa G right there, because I don't really know what I did in that third phase that really allowed me to beat him where I had failed before. I'm really not sure that I just didn't get lucky that one time, and I find that feeling a little bit disappointed. Despite all manner of rituals. What the hell? Bergenworth Spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. I am guessing that has something to do with what I've been seeing in the Hunter's Dream. All those little ritual tombstones that they have there. And I assume that, like, there's some kind of giant monster hidden behind those rituals. But, which feels like it might have something to do with kind of the end boss. Alright, what have we got in this chest? Blood Gem Workshop Tool. I'm assuming that has something to do with the workshop. Don't know why I would think that. That seems like a weird thing to think. Let's open this door. Yep, this is new. This is very new. It feels like I have progressed to church. I'm feeling very spiritual right now. Oddly, this decor really doesn't seem that much worse than things you see in actual churches. Like, if it's supposed to be haunting, I guess it sort of is, but perhaps not in the way they were expecting. Meanwhile, if Zelda's taught me anything, it's that you should always destroy clay pots. So, whoa, what the hell is that?
Oh, you must be a hunter.
I'm a little amazed this thing didn't attack me.
The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk.
Feels like
These hunts have everyone all locked up inside.
Seems like you've been waiting for a while.
It always does. Always has, you know. Since forever. But it won't end nicely. Not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk. The stench of blood.
Gotta love the spelling on that.
The snarls of beasts. None of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, I'm really glad I just chopped up all those pots with candles in them. Alright. I'm not sure I really needed another lamp there, but I guess more warp points are always appreciated. It's really hard to tell where he ends and the floor begins. He's basically turning into a magic carpet, or he's melting into a magic carpet, I should say. Meanwhile, I'm smashing clay pots like there's no tomorrow. And I'm not finding anything, and I think I'm gonna let the other ones live. Sheesh. And now this is where the game gets just a little bit scary. Of course it's closed. It's always closed in this game. It feels like this is where the game gets a little bit scary because I can go in one of two ways, and I feel like both decisions are wrong. So let's go down. Or something. That's... Whoa, that's... I feel like I just walked into, like, Twilight. He is very pale, looks kind of like a vampire. and is now dead. Like, this is the most dignified enemy I've fought so far. And I'm also kind of wondering if that bell has any kind of significance. Like, can these dudes call for reinforcements and I don't know about it? Because that would just be delightful. But they don't seem too threatening or they don't seem much more challenging than what I've already fought before. So I'm going to ignore them, or not worry too much about it, and then just move on. Whoa, hey, that's cool. And now I'm floating. What the hell just happened? I am super confused. And I almost got killed by an invisible hand that appeared out of nowhere when I talked to this bot. Whoa. Okay. So that apparently is triggered off of that. And I don't know what that is. This is slightly unnerving. Let's check out my attire just for a sec. Oh good, that's all worse. I love it when that happens. Some of it's a little bit better. I'll think it out later, maybe when there's not some strange metaphysical monster threatening to grab me, squeeze me, and turn me into a... oh, who knows what. Alright, let's try... down has worked out so well so far, so let's keep going down. Not quite as densely populated in this part of the city. Not really sure what to make of that. If I should just be worried that I'm going to get jumped by something massive. Or, you know, ravaged by wolves, whichever comes first. Oh boy. No, wait, these guys are just more of the same. And I'm just... and I'm... wow. I'm great. I'm so great at this game. So, it's the same enemies, but they seem to be dealing more damage and fighting slightly better, or I just got lazy and sucked. All possible in this particular instance. Although I did appreciate that that dog basically set itself on fire. It really... the fact that that can happen is really amusing to me. I don't know why. I don't know why I find that so amusing, but yeah, I just watched a dog that is vulnerable to fire somehow not realize that it is vulnerable to fire, or that there was fire. And I gotta really be more careful. Because they can interrupt my attacks, it looks like. Alright. Ah, he's got some reach there. That's unpleasant. Alright. Let's try this again. Maybe be a little bit less embarrassing. I guess I don't really need that music box anymore. Do I have Molotov cocktails? I thought I had one. I do. Alright. Yeah, I definitely don't think I need that music box anymore. Alright. Let's see. I'll take those back. That was a decent number. I keep forgetting those things are fast. I shouldn't say forgetting, but I keep struggling to deal with it, more likely. Oh, he got it. That's a new attack. Maybe that was the problem. That thing covered some ground. Alright. But got off first this time, and now I'm not dead. I'm not sure what that does still, although I'm guessing, now that I have learned that the workshop is a thing, I'm guessing a lot of these items that I'm picking up are going to be useful there. Man, I really wish I knew that a while ago, because, yeah, upgrading my weapon was a lot more useful than buying a new weapon. And I really would have loved to know that many, many hours ago before I spent those hours trying to buy a new weapon. But you live and you learn, or you die and you learn, as is the case more often in this game. You just die, and then sometimes you don't learn. Oh well. This isn't foreboding at all. Whoa! I should really pay more attention. Because I walked right into that. And he's not a very good Madman's Knowledge. I've gotten a bunch of those, and I haven't really used any of them. Maybe those make this game easier too. That's like one of the really weird things that I find about this game, is I have very little interest. I shouldn't say interest. It feels like I don't want to stop and take the time whenever I pick up something new to figure out what it does, because I always just feel like I'm in danger. Like, it's just bound to end poorly if I would spend too much time sitting, and also, I can't imagine it'd be very much fun to watch. But, oh well. Starting to get a little bit turned around. Oh, here we go. Oh. And I need to start getting... Oh, he's got a gun, so... Ah, that didn't work. There. Good high ground there. Really should have seen that coming. Didn't quite go as well as I had hoped. Did I come back to the... I'm really starting to feel like I'm going in circles. These rooms, these interiors all look the same. Or at least they have the same decor. This one's a little bit more square than the last one, I know, but... A lot of madmen, and they seem to know a lot of things in this game, I'll say that much. Is this... Oops, wrong button. Okay, so that tomb does do something. It's with that whole theme of, you know, I just keep going lower and lower. If that could even be considered a theme. And this... Why do I feel like this is going to take me back to where that hunter's dream was, where I started? Oh no, this is somebody I can talk to.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred. Protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods.
That
So,
sounds...
What say
That sounds
you?
like something out of Harry
Our
Potter.
prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned?
Like vile blood just sounds like the more aggressive version of mudblood, but oh well.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance.
That sounds
Beast
cool.
hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood
Really doesn't
guide
feel
your
very
way.
sacred. Yeah, this feels like Harry Potter for people who
There
want
must
actual
be
swearing,
oodles
I
for us
guess.
to
I don't know.
share. Go on. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Huh.
As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing.
Oh yeah, of course I knew
Well,
that.
I'm a simple hunter, quite unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the institution. But I have heard that the holy medium of blood healing is venerated in the main cathedral, and that counselors of the old church reside in the high stratum of the cathedral ward. If you seek blood healing, and the church is willing, you should pay them a visit.
So, that sounds a little bit like pretty much every other fantasy thing with magic. It's like blood magic is usually one of the worst things you can do. Certainly in Dragon Age, so that's what I'm thinking of as Dragon Age. Yeah, this feels like Dragon Age in reverse or something.
Byrgenwerth is an old place of learning, and the Tomb of the Gods, carved out below Yharnam, should be familiar to every hunter. Well, once a group of young Byrgenwerth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb. This led to the founding of the Healing Church and the establishment of blood healing. In this sense, everything sacred in Yharnam can be traced back to Byrgenwerth. But today, the college lies deep within a tangled wood, abandoned and decrepit. And furthermore, the Healing Church has declared Byrgenwerth forbidden ground. It's unclear how many of its scholars remain alive, but only they know the password that allows passage through the gate. I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
I do appreciate that the swap of information requires me to share absolutely no information. That's convenient. Like, that was... I think it would be wrong to say that all friendships should be that way, because that's really kind of selfish and just not cool, but I guess in this particular instance, it's convenient. And I am really curious about this world. It's like as brutal as it is, it's just really strange to every now and then come across somebody like Alfred up there who is just kind of chilling. He's praying, and it's like they have, you knock on the people's doors and they have all this talk about everybody is going mad, and even people in their houses are going mad, and it's this thing that happens every year, and yet there are just some NPCs who seem completely unaffected by everything, which is strange, I guess. And I guess this is one of the conventions of video games, is that you throw characters or something just to take care of the exposition. And I'm still trying to piece together some kind of narrative. From what I can gather, it looks like some people figured out how to do blood healing. This is their sacred church, but something went amiss. I'm guessing that has something to do with why this hunt happens in the first place. That... oh boy. This is dark. Oh. I do not know what you are. Oh, you're just a werewolf. Alright, you're not so bad. Oh, maybe you are. Alright. Nope, you weren't so bad. Yeah, the dead bodies in this game look fantastic. Like, he's just... it looks like he just drank too much from one of the kegs in the corner over here and passed out on this windowsill. Legs splayed. Like, he looks like the victim of a frat prank involving werewolves. And yet I'm still persisting in destroying these pots, and really it's calling attention to myself seems like a bad idea. This definitely has a different vibe being underground than where it was before. It's like it's darker, it's a little bit creepier, I guess. And it seems like it's less populated, but it seems like the enemies are popping out at me from more unexpected places. Like, they're getting a few shots in before I even notice that they're there. Which is cool, but also a little bit unsettling. No, that's just a bench. I will descend this ladder. Considering how rotten the floor is, this ladder is in remarkably good condition. Huzzah. More stuff. Oh man, they just gave me 4 antidotes, and I assume that means I'm about to take out poison, and it's gonna suck. That's probably gonna be what kills me this time around. Or I've found another lantern, which I was not expecting. This world has really kind of collapsed in on itself in a way, even than I was, like, it collapsed in on itself before, but it feels like it's really making it easier to get around in some ways. And I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. Like, it started out, maybe it's just not linear. But let's go spend some of these, because 5,000 is enough to go and spend. Alright. What is that? Ah, okay. Blood gems and beauty. Yes, I know that. So it looks like I can temper the blood gemstone, and I don't really know what that means, but so I did that. Alright. I guess I didn't get the nice little sound that I was hoping for, but let's upgrade this thing again. And now I need a whole bunch more if I'm going to do that again, but I have a Hunter's Ask +2 now. That's a whole number bigger than +1. I don't remember what this guy does.
This was one of the works. We'd ill welcome to you, even the dog.
That's strange. Alright. So let's go over here now.
Welcome home, good. What is it you... Very well, let me...
And... oh man, it's costing a lot to level up now. Maybe 5,000 isn't so many.
Farewell, good.
Shoot, I have no idea where I just was. I'm assuming it was Old Yarnum. I hope it was Old Yarnum. If not, well, I'll learn the hard way. Thankfully, this game does make it very, very easy to get around. Otherwise, it might be even more frustrating than it is. I'm definitely still getting used to this whole idea of like talking into a microphone for just an hour, because my voice is starting to go a little bit dry. And which way did I... so I came from there, I think. Yes, that's where I came from. So let's go. I'm assuming this is going to be closed. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. I'm sure that there's nothing of interest behind that door. Please pay no attention to the giant spooky door that looks like it's going to be important. Nothing to see here. And I don't believe you. Oh, so, alright. Looks like, unless I'm missing something, there's not a whole lot to do here anyway. I probably am missing something, because I'm always missing something when I'm playing this game. Oh boy. This must be thrilling, watching me run in circles. Oh. A pungent blood cocktail. I don't know if that just makes me heal faster, or... That seems like the sort of thing a pungent blood cocktail would do. So, that was anticlimactic, so I took the way that leads nowhere, and this game got more linear. Whew. Play for a little bit longer, I guess. So I went down before, and now I'm going to try up, because that's the one I didn't try. Seems like these quicksilver bullets really aren't that... Seems like if you're hoping that you're going to be able to deal damage with them, it's just not going to go very well. Alright, what have we here? So I guess there's a few paths I haven't tried yet. There's something crawling around. Whoa! And you're dead. I like you better that way. Oh. Aha. One of those. The crows are a lot less frightening when you know how to deal with them. Although when they catch you off guard, they're still pretty damn terrifying. This is where I really like this weapon compared to the last weapon I got. Man, more Madman's knowledge, and I still don't really know what I should do with it. I haven't used any of the insight yet that I've acquired either. And it hasn't really seemed to hinder me in any real way. Yeah, and I really should know better than that. I'm not really looking forward to taking on two of these guys at the same time. And I really should stop trying to get the first hit in. Alright, there we go. Let's see what's up here. If you're I guess if you're just joining, this is my first time playing any kind of Souls game, so this is all very new for me. It's been a lot of dying, mostly, but I think that's normal. Of course, it's always closed by a device. And at this point, it just feels like I'm starting to run out of things to say. So, I've tried 2 paths. I have one left that I haven't tried, and I'm guessing that's the one I have to take, apparently, because I've just found a lot of barred and locked doors. Ooh, boy, thrilling. Down. I've already been that way, so I'm not going that way again. And I I really need to remember how to dodge. Or at least remind myself to dodge instead of remember how to dodge. And I'm going up here now. I don't know what's here, but I hear chains. Oh crap, that thing is humongous. I'm hoping he's really Whoa. Well, fortunately he takes a lot of damage. But he also deals a whole lot of it. You gotta love a game where... Holy crap. You gotta love a game where the random enemies look far more fearsome than some of the bosses. You like the boss I just fight with, that boss. Damn it. Even though that boss took me far longer to beat than I think this thing will. I'm not sure why I'm shooting. Die, please die. There you go. Alright. I'm still alive. Bit unexpected, really. Thought that might have just been it for me. But I'm gonna pull this lever. I really hope it does something useful. No, this is probably gonna open up that gate I was just stuck behind, isn't it? Nope, or not. Is. Right. Well, of course only a special can do that. So I used that device and I have no idea what it did. Oh, it closed a gate. That is the opposite of what I wanted it to do. That's exciting. Pretty sure I want it to go this way. At least in the sense that I haven't been this way yet. Oh, dang. That's a new weapon. You're not holding a brick. That went very poorly. I'm still hoping that I can fight you the same way I fought these other ogres before. Yep. Just gotta get used to some new attacks. And you can die. Don't really know what to do with those shining coins, but at least I have them. Yeah, you have seen before. I'm not worried about you. Which is usually when I die in this game. Like that. Just like that. I start getting comfortable, and then I walk right into something, and then I die. Isn't that always how it goes? Every damn time. As soon as I say I'm fine, I'm usually not. It is a little bit unusual. Like, I don't feel like I'm dying that much more than I do in some other games, but it is unusual to play a game where just everything can kill you if you get lazy. Like, you're just never that far from being a puddle of blood echoes on the ground. Like me right now. After just totally failing to kill him with any kind of ability. Please be dead. Good, you're dead. Oh, I really did not want those to be bullets. Can I... Oh, I bet you I can just wait here. Let him pass, and then close that gate. Or maybe I could just kill him while he's... No, he'll probably hit me right through the gate. But I would love to get around him in some way. Okay, good. He's going up. I am going to try and sneak behind him and drop this gate. Huzzah! I feel clever, even though I really shouldn't. And it's a little bit strange that I somehow care. I do care less about losing blood echoes than I did when I started this game. Like I know that it doesn't matter as much anymore. That I can always just go back and kill more enemies. Whoa. Alright. At the same time, it's still really annoying to lose them when you do have them. Oh, and I forgot, as always, there's a cliff. Sorry, your dead buddy is getting in my way right now. There we go. Let's get out of the way. Alright. Feels like there should be something hidden back here, but I guess there isn't. Oh boy. Yep, there we go. It's a hell of a view, though. Damn. So I have no idea where I've come from or where I've been inside this massive, massive city. I am kind of wondering, like, is this all playable? Because that's... I guess it's not that big when you look at it, but that's still pretty impressive. This is a... It's definitely coherent world building in a way that you don't see in a lot of games. That you'll have, like, games that try to create coherent world building through pretty linear, narrow levels, and then you'll just teleport from, you know, shooting gallery to shooting gallery in different parts of the world. Whereas there's really an effort here to give you a sense of just this city is a place, and it's like when it's not full of hunters and demons and everything, then like this seems like a place where, you know, they have a market and people live, and it's, you know, I'm not sure I'd want to live there year round just because this seems to happen, but it doesn't seem like the worst place. Whoa, ah, damn it. Well, that sucks. Really wish I had paid attention to that. And now I will run away. Very, very quickly. Somehow, this dude is more scary with a ball and chain than he was with a big giant axe. Oh, man. I know that I'm gonna have to get close to him, and I really don't want to do that. Oh, that was close. Too close. Way too close. Man, those are haunting, though. Unfortunately, this guy, he is very slow. Come on, do the spike thing. No. Come on, please, for me. Please die. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, pal. Note to self: that giant wrecking ball is not an item I can interact with. It's a gigantic giant. I'm really running out of ways to say giant. It seems that blood vials become more valuable, or at least they're coming at more of a premium than they were earlier, which at this exact moment I don't appreciate. That's alright. Let's see. Oh, this isn't ominous or foreboding. More incense, and just like the cathedral again. Is this? Am I gonna find it there? Is this supposed to be a safe place, or am I not supposed to be destroying all of it? Feels like somebody really should notice me doing that, but oh well. What have we here? Something useful? Ah, another one of those. They're all closed, so I'm actually starting to run out of places to go, it seems. It seems like every path I've gone down has eventually led to a dead end. And that's just great. It also probably means that this particular play session is almost over, because there's only so much patience that I have for this at once. Whew. Alright. Is that door open? Probably not. I suppose I could just jump. That seems like it would be ill-advised. Very ill-advised. Is that the bridge that I thought? That is the bridge where that giant ball rolled across, so okay. I can see where I've been, it looks like. That's where I've been. That's interesting. And I don't want to go that way. I very pointedly do not want to go that way. So let's try this way, although I'm not really sure what I'm hoping to find. And I'm still not entirely sure what the hell is going on over here. Yep, it's back. I have no idea what that is, and I feel like I should be concerned about it in some way. Alright, I think... Ah, damn it, I did that again. Every single time. Oh, that was... That was a pattern I haven't seen before. Down. Yeah, their attacks, I really need to learn that I can't interrupt that first one. That they're, despite the fact they don't look very mobile, they do alright hitting you. I guess they're strong. Something to that effect. Alright. I've been playing this for about an hour and a half, and I'm about at a loss for what's next. It seems like I've explored all of the... Oh, that's... You can die. I'm at a loss for what to do next, so I'm going to go level up a bit, and then I think I'm going to be done. There's nobody watching this, but I'll say it anyway. My name is Eric Weiss. I'm the games editor at dorkself.com. This is my third foray into Bloodborne, and this is my first Souls game, so you can check out the other videos at the Dork Shelf YouTube channel. And I'm still making it up as I go along, so thanks for watching. This has been another interesting Friday night. Alright, thanks.